It's that time once again, Frenzy Head Nation, for another exciting episode of Sports Frenzy. Welcome back, everybody, to this week's action. Season 9, Episode 17, coming at you in just a few minutes. But first of all, we have the recap for you guys. So let's jump into last week's recap show. Season 9, Episode 16 for everyone out there. For my Laura Haviland friends, I know you were unable to get the sheets over to me, but Mr. Boring, I talked to Mr. Boring, and he did the footwork on this one for me, so he took care of business. And this week's winners were Ben and Mrs. Cook. So I forgot to ask him what the total points were, but just know those are your winners this week from the Laura Haviland program, so shout out to you guys. Alright, starting off with our MHSAAA, which is your high school, boys high school basketball games this week. We had Grass Lake beating Addison 41-24. And Adrian getting a win over Pinckney 50-37. Columbia Central Golden Eagles getting the win over Blissfield 63-40. Britton Deerfield getting the win over Morenci 52-34. Madison getting the win over Clinton 61-50. Erie Mason taking it to Hudson 82-41. Onstead getting the win over Hillsdale 67-49. Whiteford beating up on Sand Creek 75-41. Jackson getting the win over Tecumseh 65-48. And in your first 3-point bonus game, we had Adrian over Pinckney 43-40. Onstead, Onstead getting the win over Hillsdale 56-22. This is the girls' games. And the Jackson getting the win in overtime. Tecumseh girls getting the win in overtime over Jackson 50-46 was your final there. College basketball action. We have Hope College getting the win over Adrian College 76-68 was your final there. Madonna College getting the win over Siena Heights 95-84. And Hillsdale College getting the win over Dominican 67-65. Concordia getting the win over Lawrence Tech 70-54 was your final there. And yes, if you guys were wondering what this is a Lawrence Tech University hat. Alright, NBA basketball action. We have had the Detroit Pistons getting the win over the LA Clippers 109-104. The Orlando Magic getting the win over my Boston Celtics 105-103. That was a squeaker win. OKC getting the win over the San Antonio Spurs 122-112 was your final there. in college hockey action, we had and Friday night action, Michigan getting the job done against that team down below. 2-1 was your final score there, and that was your second 3-point bonus game. Western Michigan getting the win over Miami. 4-3 was your final score there. And Lake Forest getting the win over Adrian College. 2-1. Moving into NHL hockey action for you guys. We had the Winnipeg Jets getting the win over the Red Wings 4-2. And the Dallas Stars getting the win over those St. Louis Blues 7-3. And the Vegas Golden Knights getting the victory over Chicago 4-3 was your final score there. Minor league college action. We had the Idaho Steelheads getting the win over the Toledo Walleye 4-3 final there. And your last game of the week, the Grand Rapids Griffins falling to the Bellevue Senators 4-3 was your final score there. So that's all we have for last week's scores. All right, once again, it is Season 9, Episode 17. And I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Hope Hoopsters. And Katie for taking the time to reach out to me. And hooking me up with this cool, this year's Hope Hoopster shirt. Finally got me one. It's been a while. Like I said, I have one from way back, but it's way back. Kind of nostalgic there. In fact, let me see if I can. Alright. I haven't got this hung up in the Sports Frenzy office yet, but here is my picture from when I was, and I still have the shirt. It doesn't fit as good as it used to. This is a picture of the team I coached. Was intern coach for their final 3 games of the season, I believe it was. I'm sure you recognize many of those faces, my Hope family over there. But that's the last Hope shirt I had. So there you go. So thank you guys for getting me hooked up with a new Hope Hoopsters shirt. I totally appreciate it. Also let people know this mainly affects my Laura Haviland friends that in the morning my classroom that I'm in and work with is going to be doing an on location Sports Frenzy is going to be on the road, but we won't be like shooting live or anything. I'm going to be with my classroom and we're going to be over in Blissfield hanging out with the Blissfield 5th graders playing some basketball. So we won't be in the classroom in the morning. But if you guys get your sheets done and you need to drop them off in the morning, that's cool. You can set them down in the room by my computer over there, and I'll get them. So that'd be just to let you guys know. That's where we'll be at if you don't see us when we're in the classroom. So with that being said, we'll see. I don't know for sure. Sports Frenzy might fall a little bit shorter this week. We'll see what happens. It doesn't necessarily. I really never have a time frame for this. I just go, and that's how it works. I just go with it, and when the show gets done, it's done. So there you go. Like I said, we're getting into this week's action. Bear with me a little bit. I didn't even have my sheets printed this week yet, so recording the show. I'm recording the show again on Wednesday. Obviously no live show. It's a recorded version. for all our fans to watch on Friday. So this is being recorded right now, and we had a snow day today. Everybody in Lenawee County had a snow day on Wednesday as I'm recording the show. So I had to get creative and pull up my sheets on my Kindle Fire tablet. So I do like my Kindle Fire tablet. A little shout out to Kindle Fire. They're a pretty cool tablet. You know, they're not a bad tablet to use. They're a lot less pricey than a lot of other tablets out there. So I do enjoy my Kindle. So that's what I'm reading my sports picks off this week. So bear with me on that one, guys. But we're going to be starting off with boys high school basketball action as we do every week. And you guys will be kind of excited about this, especially our fans of girls high school basketball. We actually have, I do believe, more girls basketball games this week than boys. I think it matched out to about, I think 6 and 7. But we got a lot more girls basketball on here this week, which was kind of cool because I'm not always able to get the girls basketball games on here because they play usually a different night than the boys. But we got quite a few on here this week. But we're starting off with boys high school action first. And our first game is Manchester and Addison. So, Manchester. Manchester has 4 wins and 5 losses. They are traveling to and will be playing against the Addison Panthers, who have 5 wins and 4 losses. Gotta tell you, Panthers, after letting me down last week, I'm not feeling a huge amount of love for you guys right now. I'm a Panther alumnus, so I can say that, but I'm still knowing all the Addison Panther fans are going to be very angry with me because the Panther fans do not like it when you don't see things their way. I can tell you. I get a lot of hate mail for that one. And so, for the hate mail to continue on this week, I've got Manchester for the win over the Panthers. I can hear it now. The boos, the hate mail. Oh, well. What are we going to do? And we are jumping into... Oh, geez, I'm about as prepared, really well prepared today. Let me grab this. Alright, there we go. Just because I don't have my sheets doesn't mean I can't have my clipboard. Because I need my first three-point bonus game. It's your first three-point bonus game. Come on, everybody, sing along with me now. It's your first 3-point bonus game. Yes, it is. And this just happens to be, I'm assuming, I don't know for sure, and I think it's calmed down a little bit over the years. I'm not sure if it's as heated in basketball, but this is a rivalry game. And that is because we have the Tecumseh Indians. Tecumseh has 1 win and 7 losses. Uh-oh, you guys. Are you ready? Because here it comes. They are traveling to where I know I have a few fans and a few audience members. Adrian. Adrian not doing so hot this season either. Adrian only has 2 wins and 5 losses. But this is a rivalry game, so expect this game to be played hard and very good. All right, because it is Adrian, we got to hear from the Adrian audience. That's right. Come on, Paulson's Room. Let me hear ya. Come on, Adrian. All the Adrian fans. Hope Center, you're an Adrian. Do you cheer for Adrian? You guys cheer for Adrian? Let me hear ya. We got any Adrian fans out there? Let me hear you guys. Come on. Shout it loud. Shout it proud. You guys do this for me every week when we have Adrian games. Get it up there. Raise the volume. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. And the long-heated rivalry, and it is in Adrian, so I expect this competition. I expect this, like I said, I expect it's going to be a good game. Simply because you have two teams that have not got a great record this year, but coincidentally are not big fans of each other if the rivalry still is intact. But I'm going to go to keep all my, big share of my fans happy. Going with Adrian. Give yourselves a shout out one more time for that one, guys. Next up we have the Clinton Redskins. Clinton's struggling a little bit this year. They have 3 wins and 5 losses. They are on the road this week to a team that has surprised me a little bit. Britton Deerfield. They have 4 wins and 4 losses. Oh, the other thing I forgot to mention to you guys, and I'm sorry, I know you guys probably pretty much know this and assume this, but I like to get it out there anyway. These games all tip off, boys basketball games all tip off at 7 p.m. at the school that I'm saying is the home team. So 7 p.m. tip off. Britton Deerfield is got a pretty good record. They got a lot of family and some future up-and-comers in basketball in Clinton. I've got to go. I think that the Clinton Redskins get back on their winning ways this week. I'm going Clinton. Next up, we have a pretty good team in action right here. We have Dundee. Dundee has 7 wins and 3 losses. They're on the road this week, and they're traveling to Hillsdale. Hillsdale has 5 wins and 4 losses. I really do like Hillsdale, but I just got a feeling, I don't know, I think Dundee might be a little bit bigger of a school. Yeah? I don't know. But Dundee does have a better record, so my gut tells me to go with Dundee this time around. Next up we have the fairly hot, looking pretty good this season, Madison Trojans. Madison has 6 wins and 4 losses. They are on the road this week. They are traveling to and playing against Whitmore Lake. Whitmore Lake has 4 wins and 4 losses. For me, I'm going to go with Madison. Shout out to Janika and her son. Janika's son plays for Madison, so one of the reasons I like to support Madison. All right, not looking too good for these guys, but this next game is a rivalry game as well. And I got to tell you, Sand Creek has a whole new coaching staff, so call it what you will. Transition season. Those of you know what's going on over there. Lots of opinions on Sand Creek basketball. Stuff I wouldn't talk about on the air, but lots going on over there. So it's, you know, what a lot of people like to call a transition year. So Sand Creek has 0 wins and 6 losses. And they are traveling to and playing against their rivalry. And I'm talking about the Morenci Bulldogs. Morenci Bulldogs have 3 wins and 8 losses. Sadly, I think this is going to get ugly early and fast for Sand Creek. And they're going to want to get out of Morenci as quickly as possible. I got the Morenci Bulldogs for the win. And I feel like they're probably going to put a whooping on the winless Sand Creek Aggies. All right, we are moving into girls high school basketball action. And so these games have tip-off times, and I'll be reading those off to you. They are mostly Friday night games, except for one. I'll let you know about that too. But our first game is and I forgot to put this on here. But so you'll have to stencil this in. I'm sorry. I apologize for this, guys. This is your first girls basketball game, and it is your second 3 points. 3 points. It's your second 3-point bonus game. Wow. And it is also a rivalry game. We have the Adrian ladies, the Adrian girls. They have 6. Oh, I'm sorry. No, we don't. Okay, first of all, we have the Tecumseh girls. The Tecumseh girls have 6 wins and 2 losses. They are on the road this week, traveling to and playing against their rivalry in Adrian. The Adrian girls only have 3 wins and 3 losses. Ugh. The tip-off for this game is at 5:30. This is 5:30 tip-off. Gosh, to add to the rivalry, both teams playing in Adrian and back-to-back games. This is not going to go over well. If the rivalry is still that great. Like I said, I know it's a rivalry game. I just don't know how strong the rivalry, the hate. It used to be a real hate. If you go back and explore the history of just the football game alone, the history of that, there used to be a real strong hate between these two teams, and each year it got a little nastier and a little nastier. Anyway, the game's at home. So Adrian, if you guys want to see the girls play too, doubleheader there for you guys. I don't know what the ticket price is for that, if they make you come in for one and pay, or if you can pay for one and stay for the other. I don't know how that works anymore. I've been away from that too long. But anyway, we got to give a shout out to the Adrian girls, because we should do a shout out for the boys. So come on, Adrian. All the Adrian fans, Hope Center, anybody else, Paulson's Room, come on, give a shout out. Bowman's Room, if you're watching this week, shout out for your Adrian girls basketball team. Come on now, let me hear ya. Louder, louder. You guys, you didn't use it all up for the boys, did you? Because the girls want to hear you too. Come on, one more time. Shout it out. That's better. Yes. Ah, yes. Adrian High School, they can hear you in the hallways. Probably some of the players are out there walking around going, oh man, are they cheering for us? Yeah. Let's get pumped up about this game. But I might make my Adrian audience a little angry right now because I think this game is going to be split this week. I think the Tecumseh girls, with their record looking pretty good right now, come in and steal the win from the girls. I cheered for the boys. Don't give me any hate. I'm sorry. That's just how I feel about it. And I'm going strictly by records. So it's kind of where I'm at on that one. And again, that was your second 3-point bonus game. So I'm sorry I didn't get that stenciled in there. Remember to just write in there it's your second 3-point bonus game, guys. Our next girls' high school basketball game, we have the Blissfield Royals. Blissfield Royals. I got the logo up, yes. And this is where we're going to be at during the day on Friday with the 5th graders. Blissfield Royals have 6 wins, 4 losses. They are traveling to and playing against Ida. Ida has 4 wins and 2 losses. I've got the Blissfield girls coming home with the victory. Well, not even coming home. They are there, so it's at their school. Getting the victory over Ida. Oh, I'm sorry. And that is a rivalry game as well, as I have written on my schedule here. Rivalry game, and it is a Friday night game, and this game tips off at 7 p.m. 7 p.m. tip-off for that game, and it's a rivalry game. I did not realize that until I just looked down here, but it says that on the Max Preps website, which is where I get most of my game schedules at right now. All right, next up we have what could have just as easily been another 3-point bonus game this week, but it's not. We have the Hudson Tigers. Hudson has 5 wins and 2 losses. They are traveling to and playing against, that's right, honorary member of the boys football team that I am, the Columbia Central Golden Eagles girls basketball team. They have 5 wins and 2 losses. Tip-off for this game is also at 7 p.m. on Friday night. I've got to go with the Columbia Central Golden Eagle girls for the victory. And so, you know, some of these games, some of these teams, they're actually playing the same schools as the boys. Sometimes they play, how it works is they play at the 5:30 time before at the same school. Or if it really sucks, and I say really sucks, and that's because if you have a son and daughter playing, sometimes they play at the opposite school, so then you're dividing your family up to get to both games, or, you know, doing what you can get to both games, or catching only one at a time or whatever. But these girls' games, only one so far has been at the same school. Our next game is Hillsdale. The Hillsdale Hornets girls basketball team have 1 win and 9 losses. And they are traveling to and playing against Dundee. Dundee has 1 win and 6 losses. Tip-off for this game is at 7 p.m. I'm going to go with Hillsdale on this one. Give the Hillsdale girls the victory. Our next game we have is Lansing Christian. Lansing Christian has 2 wins and 6 losses. They are going to be traveling to and playing against the red-hot Lenawee Christian girls, who have 8 wins and 1 loss. And is coached by one of our very own right here at the ISD. And this game is on Saturday with a tip-off time of 7 p.m. I got to go with the Red Hot Lenawee Christian girls basketball team. Next up we have the Madison girls. Madison girls looking really good this season. Madison girls have 8 wins and 0 losses. And they are traveling to and playing against Whitmore Lake, who only has 1 win and 4 losses. This could be a slaughtering. This is a tip-off time of 5:30 on Friday. It's an early game. 5:30. I've got to go with the red-hot Madison girls. And your last girls' high school basketball game this week is the 5 wins, 3 losses, Erie Mason. They are traveling to and playing against Onstead. Onstead is red hot too. They have 7 wins and 2 losses. This game tips off at 7 p.m. on Friday. I'm going to go with the Onstead girls for the victory. Okay, we are moving into college basketball action for you guys. Men's college basketball action. And we have the undefeated, the world's greatest college. That's right, I'm talking about the currently ranked number 2 Michigan Wolverines, who might be jumping up and become the number 1 team this week after Duke's big loss in overtime. Talking about the undefeated, I believe they're the last undefeated. No, they're not. I'm not sure. I'll have to look that up. But the undefeated, 17 wins as of the recording of the show, 0 losses. That's right, we're talking about the Go Blue boys, the mighty Michigan Wolverines. Go Blue! They're on the road this week, traveling to and playing against Wisconsin. Wisconsin has 11 wins and 6 losses. This is a tip-off of 12 p.m. And it can be seen I believe it was on the BTN network. I did not write that down. I will double check that. But you guys know who I got. Hail to the victors. Hail, hail to Michigan, the leaders and the best. Go Blue! More college basketball action. Going a little, well, not, going very local since my show is filmed right here in Adrian. So, very local game. They're playing at home this week. We have Alma. Alma has 3 wins and 11 losses. They are traveling to and playing against the Adrian Bulldogs. They only have 3 wins as well and 12 losses. Tip-off for this game is 2 p.m. Saturday. Not a televised game, but I'm sure there might still be tickets available, or just pay at the door, go to go see the team play. I'm going with Adrian College to get the win. Do you guys want to give a shout out for Adrian College too? How about that? I don't really give them a shout out very often. You want to give a shout out to Adrian College? Give Adrian College a nice big shout. Come on now. That's right. Let's hear it for Adrian College. I've got Adrian for the victory. In our next game, we have... Alright, this is... Northwestern of Ohio. So I guess it's University Northwestern of Ohio. And they are considered the Racers. They have 5 wins and 15 losses. They are traveling to another one of our local schools, Siena Heights. Siena Heights has 10 wins and 8 losses. This game tips off at 3 p.m. Saturday. Not a televised game, but you could probably go down and see them. I haven't heard it being sold out or anything, so you could probably go there. I've got Siena Heights for the victory. Next up we have Hillsdale. Hillsdale Chargers looking pretty good this season. They have 11 wins and 5 losses. They are traveling to and playing against the University of Findlay, who aren't too bad themselves. They have 14 wins and 4 losses. This is a tip-off of 3 p.m. No television schedule for this game either. But you know who I got? I got the Hillsdale Chargers. And we are getting closer and closer to Hillsdale's baseball season starting as well. So, go Chargers. Just thought I'd throw that out there for Coach Gordy. Big fan of ours. And our last college basketball game we have this week is the number 25th ranked Indiana Institute. They have 12 wins and 9 losses. And they are traveling to and playing against Lawrence Tech. Lawrence Tech. That's where the hat is from, Lawrence Tech. Lawrence Tech has 8 wins and 10 losses. Tip-off for this game is 3 p.m. Saturday. Not a televised game as far as I know. Wearing some Lawrence Tech gear. I'm sorry, Bailey, but I think I got to root against them. I've got to go with the ranked Indiana Institute. Should I take off the hat now? Oh, just kidding. I'll wear it for the rest of the show, even though I rooted against them. All right, we are moving into NBA basketball action. I got 2 games for you this week. We have the Miami Heat. Miami Heat has 21 wins, 21 losses as of the recording of the show. But they are traveling to and playing against, you guys know them as Detroit Basketball. That's right, the Detroit Pistons in action. Detroit Pistons have 18 wins and 24 losses. Tip-off for this game is 7 p.m. And as always, Friday night, you can watch it on FSD if you're not at a local basketball game. That is. We all know who we're rooting for. Detroit Basketball. Go Pistons. Go Pistons. Go. Go Pistons. Go Pistons. Go. And the other team that I always like to follow, not these guys, but the team I'll announce in a minute here. Not these guys at all. The Memphis Grizzlies. They have 19 wins and 24 losses. They are traveling to and playing against the Boston Celtics. 25 wins, 18 losses. Many people, well, most of the people that don't really know me, that don't know me yet, would be like, why does he like the Boston Celtics? Well, my love for the Boston Celtics goes all the way back to when I was young and watching basketball with my dad, and I liked the guys back then. My particular favorite guy, some of you know, some of you don't, Larry Bird, number 33, Boston Celtics legend. And in fact, he's the number and inspiration I have on my my Eagles jersey for basketball. And yeah, just always been my guy. So that's why I still support the Boston Celtics, because a guy he played with too is their GM over there, Danny Ainge, one of the guys that used to play during that era of Boston Celtics. But just, I don't know, been a huge Boston Celtics fan over the years, and that's why I always have them on the sheets. So, hopefully you guys aren't tired of seeing them. I know you're probably thinking, Coach Cole, would you get some other NBA games on there for us, please? Come on. Because, yes, this is not, as far as I know, this isn't even a televised game. Tip-off for it 7 p.m. I've got the Boston Celtics. No surprise there. College hockey action. This doesn't happen very often, so enjoy it, MSU fans, because Michigan wasn't playing this weekend, or is playing a late game Sunday. I'm not sure which. So we have MSU hockey action on here for you guys. For those of you who like the East Lansing Burning Couches. Anyway, they have 7 wins, 12 losses, 3 overtime losses. They are on the road this week playing Minnesota. Minnesota has 9 wins, 8 losses, 4 overtime losses. The puck drops for this game at 5:30 p.m. Saturday. And if you are a fan, happen to be a fan of them, it will be on BTN. I got the East Lansing Burning Couches for the victory. Another red hot college team that we have in action for you guys is Western Michigan. Western Michigan is having one heck of a season so far. And that's why they keep getting some props on Sports Frenzy. Western Michigan has 12 wins, 6 losses, and 1 overtime loss. They are playing against St. Cloud State. And I don't know why that logo or why that keeps jumping back over there. I reset that and it goes back to over the side. So I'm sorry that might be a little confusing to you guys, but the state, the home, and the record of 14 wins, 13 losses, and 2 overtime losses should be directly under St. Cloud, not hanging out under Western Michigan. Anyway, I got Western Michigan for the victory on that one. Our last college hockey game I have for you this week is the MSDE Raiders. They have 6 wins, 8 losses, 3 overtime losses. They are traveling to and playing against your very good team of the Adrian Bulldogs. Adrian has 11 wins, 5 losses, 1 overtime loss. The drop puck's at 7:05 p.m. Friday. You can go on out there. Well, these games do sell out, so I don't know if there are tickets available or not. You might still be able to get out there and catch some action. I've got Adrian College Hockey. Let's give them a shout out. Come on, everybody. Shout out for Adrian Hockey. That's right, Adrian for the victory. We are moving into NHL hockey action this week. That brings up our Detroit Red Wings. Detroit Red Wings have 18 wins, 23 losses, 7 overtime losses. They're on the road this week, and this one messed up too, so I apologize for you guys on that one. It should say the Calgary. It does say the Calgary Flames, and it does say home, but their record is under the Red Wings logo. So this is for the Calgary Flames. They have 30 wins, 13 losses, 7 overtime losses. This could look really bad for our Red Wings. But you know what? I don't care. I'm still going with the Detroit Red Wings to try and get the victory for us. Never give up on the Wings. Go Wings! All right, you guys want it? Should we do it? I should take a poll on this. Well, I mean, it wouldn't work this week, but I should take a poll on how many people want to hear Coach Cole sing the blues. So we need the clipboard for to tune it up. Alright, here we go. Well. Oh, well. As you can see, it's tough for me to to read my small print logos here. So I'm looking over the top of my glasses so I can see a little better. Probably should go get my eyes checked. But we know that ain't happening anytime soon. So we might as well just go with the picks right now. Oh, we got those Ottawa Senators who have a record of 17 wins, 24 losses, and 5 overtime losses too. Oh, I don't seem to have a very deep voice this week. It's coming off a little weak. But they're traveling too. And playing against those St. Louis Blues. Oh, the Blues record this time. The Blues have 20 wins and 20 losses too. And 5 overtime losses to go with that as well. Now our tip-off for this game. I said our tip-off for this game is 7 p.m. But it's not televised. My voice was starting to fade on me there a little bit. Okay, let's face it. My voice was fading the whole. My voice wasn't up to par on that one. I didn't hit the lows as normally as I do. I kept it a little higher that time. Anyway. Got the St. Louis Blues for the victory this week. Even though I think it's going to be... oh, no, I think they got a good shot this time around. For the win? Alright, I will not scar you guys with any more of my singing today. Our last 2 games I have for you guys this week are our minor league hockey games. We have the Kalamazoo K-Wings. Kalamazoo K-Wings have 16 wins, 18 losses, 0 overtime losses. They are traveling to and playing against our Toledo Walleye. The Walleye have 23 wins, 10 losses, 3 overtime losses. The puck drops for this game 7:30. And again, you can either go down to Toledo and get a ticket for this game. And they're not too badly priced. They're last time, well, I shouldn't say that now because I haven't been there in a few years, but last time I went to a game wasn't too badly priced, family friendly. But if you don't like that option, you can view it on ECHL TV with a pay-per-view fee, which means you have to pay to watch individual games, or you can pay for a year fee for that. Either way, I got the Toledo Walleye with the win. And your final game this week is the Grand Rapid Griffins. They have 21 wins, 12 losses, 3 overtime losses. And they are traveling to and playing against the Rockford Ice Hogs. who have 16 wins, 16 losses, 3 overtime losses. The puck drops for this game at 8 p.m. Boy, I didn't write it down, but I believe this is a Saturday game as well. You can view this on AHL TV, and that's with a pay-per-view fee per game or per the season. And if you just want to listen to the game, I believe it's either TuneIn Radio app. I think it's TuneIn Radio app. You can go on there and type in the team you like, and usually pick up a radio station that carries those games. And you can get the app on your computer. You can get the app on your phone, TuneIn app for all that kind of stuff. Whatever you do for that, that's available to you. For listening, if you just want to listen from home while you're watching another game or playing Xbox or PS or whatever you're doing at home, or if you're even home. Okay, that's it for our games, but let's jump on over to our Facebook page, and we'll see if we have a little bit of news for you guys this week. As I tell you guys every week, you can check us out on the Facebook page. If you're not already a member, just find the Facebook page, Sports Frenzy, and sign up. It'll ask you, and all I have to do is approve that, and you're in. We also have the Twitter feed at Sports Frenzy 1, where you can view stuff that we post there. It's usually a lot of retweets, just like the Frenzy page is a lot of posts that people of things going on. And if you're not interested in any of that and you just want to rewatch the show without being involved in any with that, there is also the Coach Cole Sports Frenzy 1 YouTube page. So you can go there and check out previous Sports Frenzies or the current Sports Frenzy. All right, let's see what's going on in action here. The XFL football will be coming to 8 cities in 2020. Let's see if I can tell you those 8 cities. Globe Life Park, CenturyLink Field, StubHub Center. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. So in Dallas, we have the Globe Life Park. In Seattle, we have CenturyLink Field. In LA, we have StubHub Center. In New York, we have the MetLife Stadium. In Houston, we have the TDECU Stadium. In St. Louis, we have the Dome. And Tampa Bay, we have the Raymond James Stadium. And in DC, we have Audi Field. So that looks like that's what, I have no idea if that's what all the teams are going to be based to, but those are the stadiums for that. Oh, well, yes. Let me see here. Continuing on with XFL news. The XFL will be launching on February 8th and February 9th of 2020. The weekend following the Super Bowl. So all those cities I named off will be where the teams are coming from right now. There's a nice long article about this on the on our Facebook page. If you want to explore that a little bit more, you can. As I was talking about earlier, congratulations goes out to Syracuse, who beat #1 ranked Duke. That should help Michigan's chances to jump up to #1 in the polls next week. We shall see. This week, I was a little disappointed in this, but this week, new Tiger announced team was announced for this year. It will be Matt Shepard and our very own Gibby. Now, I'm sorry. I love Gibby from the classic, Bless You Boys team era baseball. But what I've seen of them last season between Gibby and Matt Shepard, they were boring on the announced team, and it made watching the game very hard. So I don't know. Congratulations goes out to them, even though I'm not huge on that. The other new football league announcing their times for when they're starting and everything. The Alliance Football League will be starting the week after the Super Bowl, February 9th. We have the Arizona Hotshots, the Atlanta Legends, the Birmingham Iron, the Memphis Express, the Orlando Palos, the Salt Lake Stallions, San Diego Commanders, or the San Diego Fleet. I do know that a couple of our Michigan guys are going to be on some of these teams, so I'll be watching. I'm excited about this new league. The Atlanta Legends. It's going to have Shoelace playing for them. So there you go. Looking forward to seeing Shoelace in action again. Trevor Lee from TNA has officially signed with WWE. And, after I said this was going to be a shorter show, we're already over an hour on our time here. So, guys, I don't want to hold you up any longer than that this week. But, yeah, if you want to go to the Sports Frenzy page, again, I've given you the places. We post a lot of information for you guys there. So, thanks again for joining us for another week of Sports Frenzy action. Everybody stay safe out there this weekend, as I hear we got a snowstorm coming at us, so we'll see what happens there. Everybody stay warm, stay safe, maybe stay in and watch some sports. I'm the coach. Take care, everybody. We'll see you again next week. Coach out.